Have you ever worried about taking too much money out of your retirement portfolio only to realize years later that you could have spent more? Or maybe you're afraid of spending too much now and running out of money later. I love spreadsheets and I love retirement planning. I ran across an interesting spreadsheet developed by a group of Bogleheads, and I also love Bogleheads, so I decided to check it out. I'll show you how to get this spreadsheet at the end of the video. It's for using a variable percentage withdrawal. I have not heard of this exact strategy before, but apparently it's been around for a while. I haven't seen any videos about this either. Variable percentage withdrawal is a strategy that adapts your portfolio withdrawal amounts to your retirement horizon, asset allocation, and portfolio returns during retirement. By adapting your withdrawals to market returns, variable percentage withdrawal will supposedly never prematurely deplete your portfolio. It adjusts your annual withdrawal based on your current portfolio balance, your age, and your asset allocation. By recalculating the withdrawal rate every year, your income fluctuates with market returns, making it mathematically impossible to completely deplete your portfolio before the end of your retirement horizon. So instead of withdrawing a flat dollar amount adjusted for inflation like the 4% rule, variable percentage withdrawal relies on a changing percentage. This withdrawal strategy doesn't get nearly as much attention as the 4% rule, but it's one that at least deserves a look. Here's the spreadsheet. There's 7 tabs on it. Tab 1 is instructions. Read those carefully because it is a little bit complex. Tab 2 is for the accumulation phase if you're not retired yet. I didn't do anything with this tab. Tab 3 is for retirement. This is the tab I played around with. Tab 4 is the tables. The variable percentage withdrawal method has fixed withdrawal percentages based only on your age and your asset allocation. This is shown on the table. So each year of retirement, you have to look up the withdrawal percentage for your age and planned asset allocation on your portfolio for the upcoming year in the table. For example, I'm a 60-year-old retiree with a 60% stocks, 40% bonds portfolio. My suggested withdrawal would be 4.7% this year. Each year you have to update all of your numbers. So on the retirement tab, I put in my age, my June portfolio balance, my allocation, and how often I wanted to make withdrawals. I put in quarterly. You can choose monthly, annually, or quarterly. I put that I'd start Social Security at 65 and it would be $1,600 a month. I don't know for sure if I'll claim at that age. I just put it in as a guess. I also added my small pension and my temporary retirement income, which is YouTube. So then the worksheet suggests I take an $8,827 withdrawal quarterly. It tells me that my total annual retirement portfolio withdrawal is currently estimated at $35,307. With my pension and YouTube income, it tells me that the total annual income would be $54,327. Then, this is the interesting part. The spreadsheet estimates the impact of a 50% stock market crash. If stocks lost 50%, it says the portfolio would lose $174,600 and my portfolio withdrawal would be reduced to $27,107 from $35,307. So each year, if your investments have grown, you get a raise. If your investments have fallen, you tighten your spending for a while. So what did I think? There are pros and cons. Markets don't move in straight lines. Some years are fantastic. When your investments are doing well, you'd enjoy more of your money. When markets are down, you'd have to spend less. That's basically what many retirees end up doing anyway. One benefit is you're much less likely to die with an enormous pile of money you never enjoyed. It does seem like a good strategy for those who want to die with zero. Many retirees spend decades living like they're one bad market away from disaster. Then they die with millions still invested. There's nothing wrong with leaving money to your family if that's your goal. But if your goal is maximizing your own retirement, this strategy encourages spending the money you worked so hard to save. The biggest drawback is your income can go down. If the market performs poorly, your spending may need to decrease for a while. That can be difficult, especially if most of your expenses are fixed. This strategy works best when part of your budget is flexible. Travel, dining out, home projects, new cars, large discretionary purchases. Those can expand during good years and shrink during bad ones. Very few people actually spend the exact same amount every year. When markets are down, they naturally become more cautious. When markets recover, they loosen the purse strings a little. Variable percentage withdrawal simply formalizes something that many people already do. The 4% rule is excellent for answering the question, how much do I need to retire? It's a planning tool. Variable percentage withdrawal is more of a spending tool. Once you're retired, it gives you a framework for adjusting withdrawals based on what's happening in real life. It eliminates the sequence of returns risk where a bad market crash in early retirement derails your portfolio. It forces you to spend more rationally without waste or excessive risk in later years. There's no inflation adjustment because the withdrawal rate is a percentage of your portfolio. Your actual dollar amount will rise in bull markets and fall in bear markets, which means your annual spending is not locked to inflation. While this method often permits higher initial withdrawal rates than constant dollar strategies, it requires spending flexibility. Some retirees love adjusting their lifestyle to market highs, but find it difficult to scale back spending during market downturns. Variable percentage withdrawals gives you a simple, workable, and safe withdrawal method regardless of valuations or length of your retirement. If you want to be conservative when using this, make sure that the annual income after loss table shows a value that you can live on if the market took a prolonged 50% dive. So would I use it? Personally, I don't think retirement needs to be all or nothing. You don't have to blindly follow one withdrawal strategy forever. You can borrow ideas from several approaches. Maybe you maintain a cash reserve. Maybe you reduce spending during bear markets. Maybe you skip inflation raises for a year or two. Those are all forms of flexibility, and flexibility is often what keeps retirement plans successful. The variable percentage withdrawal strategy isn't perfect. It won't eliminate market risk. It won't guarantee you'll never worry about money. But it does do something many retirement strategies don't. It treats retirement like a living, changing process instead of a one-time calculation. Your investments change, your life changes, your spending can change too. Sometimes having a little flexibility is safer than following a rigid rule no matter what happens. I like the idea of using it as a checkup on my plan. It showed that I should withdraw 4.7% this year. I'm only withdrawing 2% currently, so this makes me feel good about withdrawing more money if I want to. I'm not going to withdraw 4.7% just because a spreadsheet told me to, but I like looking at all kinds of data and strategies, so I will update my numbers each year and use it as a kind of checkup. So to get to the worksheet, click on the link in my video description to go to this website. Click on Open the Worksheet. You can get it in Google Sheets, Excel, or LibreOffice Calc. Then you can download a copy to your device. then be sure to read the instructions because it is a little bit complicated. What do you think? Have you seen this before? Do you like it? If you want to share, feel free to leave a comment. If you're seeing me for the first time, hi, I'm Julie and this channel's Happy on Monday. Thanks for joining me. If you found this helpful, please like. And if you're interested in early retirement, consider subscribing. I'm going to leave you with a quote. Wealthy people invest first and spend what's left. Broke people spend first and invest what's left. Hope to see you again soon.